to you by Audi. Visit your New England area Audi dealer today. WB Mason. Get free next day business delivery from your local hometown team. Planet Fitness, only $15 a month. Sullivan Tire, official tire and auto service of the Red Sox. And by buyatoyota.com. For offers not seen on TV, visit buyatoyota.com. It was a very pleasing sight not long ago, rolling up the tarp, which means we are ready for baseball. Red Sox and the Tigers. Here's a look at the Detroit lineup presented by Xfinity. Jahmai Jones, the DH, will lead things off. Gleyber Torres, Matt Vierling, Dylan Dingler go 1 through 4. Riley Green with 1 home run out of the 5 spot. And Javi Baez, the shortstop, batting 9th.
Here we go. Red Sox starting pitch presented by buyatoyota.com. It's Garrett Crochet. You see the numbers there. That ERA, forget about it. After that last outing against Minnesota, it's going to take forever to get down. And as far as his arsenal goes, the cutter, still cutter heavy this year. The most thrown pitch he has, that 4-seam, the velo was down a little bit in that last game. The sweeper's been a different pitch. We'll talk about that a little bit more as we get going. Let's check out the defense. It's presented by Car Shield for the Red Sox. Caleb Durbin will be at third base with Story and Isaiah Kiner-Falefa up the middle. Monasterio will be at first. The outfield left to right. Anthony Rafaela Abreu with Carlos Narvaez doing the catching.
Umpires today, Lance Barksdale has home plate. He's also the crew chief. Will Little at first. Ryan Addington at second. Felix Leon, the rookie, at third. We're available. The telecast can be heard in Spanish by selecting the SAP button on your TV remote. SAP, brought to you by Toyota Certified Used Vehicles. And the forecast, chance of showers, 45 right now. Another chilly day tomorrow for Marathon Monday. But thank you for tuning in. You have a lot of choices today. A lot going on for sports. No place like it. First pitch is ball 1 from Crochet, and we are underway. A little bit tardy today.
And 96.
Jones at 176 without a home run. He'll line that one into right field. Abreu right there to make the grab, and a fast out.
Well, another pitch at 96, and it's a strange feeling going into a Garrett Crochet start where you're not quite sure, right, what to expect. And it's just because of that last outing, inning in 2/3, 9 hits, 11 runs, 10 of them earned. He didn't have a strikeout. Like, you weren't sure what you were watching out in Minnesota.
Yeah, it was shocking. It was stunning. It was unbelievable. Torres getting in. For him not to strike anybody out, first time he's ever had that happen as a starter. Fouled away by Torres.
Well, he hit his 4th batter, too. Last year, the entire season, he had 3. You know, so this year's been a little up and down. It's been 2 good ones. You know, we go back to that Milwaukee game we had here where we outdueled Mizorowski. It was 107 pitches. You wonder if that had some effect to it. I think it did. That Milwaukee game was the first time I ever saw this man walk off the mound looking tired. Remember, he walked a guy, he hit a guy, then he came out of the game. He usually punches out the last hitter he faces.
1-2 to Torres. Choppy swing and chopped away on a 4-seamer. That was 95. What about the sweeper, though? We talked about that, and it's been such a deadly pitch for him in the past. It was last year. He had a phenomenal season. Made a run at the Cy Young. Of course, Skubal won that for the 2nd straight year. They battled most of the season for that honor. And that pitch was incredible for him. And that's going to be in there. Cutter for strike 3 as he gets Torres watching it. And 2 down.
Well, this is a good cutter here. And the cutter up, too, just sort of freezes the opposing guys. You know, the cutter down, sometimes guys can drop the barrel on it. A lot of guys now with that cutter effectiveness, they drop it up and in. That's ball above the plate. He gets the call. But a good start here. Yeah, the sweeper's definitely a different pitch for him, you know, this year, and not as effective. There's a lot of different reasons why. The arm angle's down. It's 35 degrees last year. It's 31, so it's a little bit lower.
0-1 on the way. Fouled away.
And that's been going on all year, not just in a Minnesota game. So kind of changes the shape of the fastball a little bit, changes the shape of the sweeper a little bit. It's talking about minimal things, which is why he wasn't so concerned about it. We'll see.
Last fastball was 97. 0-2. Got a piece of it. Sweeper there. Tigers playing good baseball. Have won 7 out of 8. Pitching's been a big key for them too when they've won games. So the Red Sox to 9 hits in this series. Their starters are 4-0 with a 1.62 ERA in the last 8 games. So that's how they've been winning, although they have a lot of power in their lineup. Haven't shown it that much. 2 down, bases empty, just getting underway, and a 1-2. Wrap foul.
Well, it's an offense that's been struggling as well. You know, you lost that game yesterday just because you had that man Skubal on the mound, but they only put up 4 runs, and not that it was handed to him, but still 4 walks. You know, walks, a lot of traffic from Bale. Bullpen did a nice job shutting them down from there.
Crochet looking for back-to-back Ks. Fouled off. That was 97 again. So that's a good sign.
I guess the one positive was there's only 55 pitches out in Minnesota. So got that short start out of the way.
There's Joey's silver lining for you. Swinging a liner into left field. That'll drop down for a hit. That'll get on by Anthony all the way to the wall. Heading for second. Veerling, he wants 2. And the throw will not be in time. So he has a dive-in double with 2 down. And we'll send up Dingler, who has hit 4 home runs. Got to be careful with him.
He's a sweeper. I mean, this is a pitch. It's a strikeout pitch for him. He wants it down and in to get a guy to swing out over it, and you don't really see him leave too many of them up there. Like if he misses, it's usually in the dirt. That was just a big mistake.
Dingler 259, again 4 home runs. The man who won a Gold Glove, a catcher last year in the American League, in for strike 1. Riley Green on deck. Veerling at second. And Garrett Crochet allowed more than twice as many runs as he got outs in Minnesota. 11 runs, only 5 outs before he departed in the second inning. And too high for a ball, 1-1. So already he has more strikeouts than he had in that start. And a 1-1 on the way.
Yeah, you know, last year he had a couple bad outings. Remember that one in August against Houston? 4 innings, 5 runs. Kind of, he was on a roll at the time. You didn't know what you were watching there. Then he kind of hidden, but the Cleveland gave up 7 runs in 6 innings beginning of September. Nothing like we saw the other day.
No. 2-1. Ripped down the line, but that's going to be a foul ball quickly into the stands. 2-2. Now that first inning in particular in Minnesota, yeah, there were a lot of ground balls. It was not the case in the second inning.
You know, first inning you could say, well, there's a few balls cut through here and there and some cutter fisted ground ball and flying drives to left. Second inning was a different story.
In tight at 97, 3-2, and they want a challenge.
The catcher is challenging a ball call.
Narvaez, ABS powered by T-Mobile. And that's going to miss. It is a ball.
Ball is confirmed. Boston loses 1 challenge.
You know, Carlos has had some bad luck here. You know, 1/10 of an inch. I think he's had 3 of those that he has missed, and they've been 1/10 of an inch. Now you're here in the first inning, you've used 1 challenge. You only got 1 left. That's when you get really cautious the rest of the game.
3-2. Well, I think by nature, the Detroit club is a very aggressive swinging team. The aggressiveness of the Twins was like, man, felt like they knew what was coming.
Yeah, you know, you don't have to start like that. Of course, you check everything, right? Is he tipping? Is he doing this? Is he doing that?
Swinging a drive. That one's sailing back. That's going to get to the wall. The very base of it. That'll chase in a run. Veerling's into second. He dives in with a double. Back-to-back doubles with 2 down to make it 1-0 Detroit. So just when it looked like Crochet was going to breeze through the first inning, back-to-back 2 base hits.
Yeah, the first double was on a sweeper. This one here was a cutter. Got inner half of the plate, and Dingler does a nice job clearing this thing out where we wanted it in a little bit more. It's a double off that wall. And you're hoping, you mentioned after that strikeout to Torres, you're thinking, okay, let's put up a quick zero, get in there and feel more like yourself. You can't get out of it.
So the Tigers strike first, brings up Riley Green, 247 with 1 home run. He is 2 for 6 in his career against Garrett. We'll take ball 1. The hit batsman thing is definitely interesting. Alex Cora mentioned it the other day. The most men he's ever hit in his career one season is 5. He's already at 4, and we're in April. Fouled away.
Well, he said it after the game that his control has been spotty all year long. He's gotten away with it for the most part. Obviously didn't there and didn't really in Houston. Hit some big spots in the other 2 games. He executed and got out of some jams.
Fouled off. But TC mentioned it yesterday in the post-game show because, you know, he was there all through spring training, and he said he had the same issues in the spring, but nobody really focuses much on that.
No.
Because it's spring training.
This is a guy that established himself the year before. You don't.
1-2. Swung on and missed. He elevated, got him at 97. Does have 2 strikeouts, but also 2 doubles. 1-0 Detroit. Taking a look at the Sox lineup today. It's brought to you by Plymouth Rock and Roman Anthony. We'll start it in left field today. Monasterio at first base. Contreras the DH. Trevor Story trying to get going again. Cedar Rafael in center hitting 6th. Connor Falefa playing second base and the number 9 man.
Take a look at the Tigers starting pitcher brought to you by WB Mason. Framber Valdez, 32-year-old veteran, 1-1, 3.75 ERA. That one bad outing against Minnesota. Take a look at his arsenal. It's going to be a challenge right out of the gate. First pitch of the game.
A dingler.
The call is overturned. It's a strike.
Gets it right.
Lance Barksdale.
ABS powered by T-Mobile. Roman 236, 1 home run.
Yeah, his arsenal, by the way, is going to be heavy sinks. Heavy sinker, that's what you just saw there. Heavy sink, curveball to go with it. Changeup mainly to righties. If he throws that slider, it'll be to a left-hander, but this is a ground ball monster. You see the movement on that sinker.
Former Houston Astro, and will miss in.
Pretty much a 2-pitch guy against, you know, lefties. He's going to be a sinker curveball for the most part, almost over 90% of the time.
Facing Garrett Crochet for the first time in his career. Man, a 2-1. High chopper. Torkelson will underhand. And Valdez wins the foot race for out number 1.
Checking out the Tigers defense. Hao Lee is going to be at third base. Hao-Yu Lee rather at third with Baez and Torres up the middle. Torkelson will be at first base. The outfield left to right will be Green, Vreeling, and Perez with Dingler doing the catching.
Monasterio to get in, getting more playing time. 261 without a home run. Red Sox have not homered in the series. In fact, they are last in baseball in home runs. Marcelo Meyer on the bench against the lefty, and in for a strike.
Andrew's done a nice job. Yeah, the 2 lefties going to keep not just Meyer you just saw, but Yoshida Duran on the bench as well. See what the rest of the game looks like off the bench, but Monasterio's done a nice job.
Little trickler foul here. Singled and stole second in the 6th inning yesterday.
It's gonna be a challenge for this lineup here. You know, this sinker ball, he just gets a bunch of ground balls. 35 ground ball outs. That is tied for 3rd in baseball. Gonna stay up the middle other way. If you try to pull it, it's gonna be nothing but ground balls all day.
Well, 3 of his 4 starts have been excellent, going 6+ with 1 earned run or less. But in the bad one was also against Minnesota, like Crochet. They knocked him around, grounded foul. Also in Minnesota, Twins did to him what they did to Crochet, 8 runs.
Yeah, 5 innings, 10 hits. You mentioned though in the other 3, 0.94 ERA. If you take that one out, I mean he's getting the job done. Just the Twins hitting some big time lefties.
Light rain falling at Fenway. Maybe dodging that throughout the evening hours. Here comes the 1-2.
Fromber, 2 years, $70 million in the offseason. Remember, the Tigers, they were in on Suarez as well. The Red Sox signed Suarez. They pivoted and they went to Framber Valdez on a shorter deal. He's 32 years old, but got a pretty good one here for 2 years.
Two-time All-Star, won a World Series in 2022 with Houston. Monasterio back in, and the lefty's 2-2. Right at the shortstop. Baez will sling it over there for out number 2. And that'll bring up Contreras, who's the DH today.
This is one of those starts too, you know, like last night we're talking about Brian Bayo and his sinker, similar Fromber as far as ground ball rates. Just watch this game. You know, watch the way this guy works. He just lets the sinker do some work. He already got a couple of ground balls, easy, quick outs.
Wilson checking in at 281. He's hit 3 home runs. And frankly, he has been, along with Abreu, one of 2 reliable hitters in the Red Sox lineup. When Masataka's not in there, as we check out, we got a challenge here.
There's some confusion there. He did tap his helmet twice.
Yeah, he did.
Dingler turned around like, hey,
first base umpire Will Little is saying he tapped the helmet.
He saw it too. He tapped it twice. He's right. He did tap it twice. That was a deke.
Lance Barksdale says, I don't think I want to go there again.
I mean, this fastball's up. It's actually maybe on top of the zone. He tapped it twice.
He did.
Now, a lot of guys, when they take a pitch, they go to that helmet, but he clearly tapped it twice.
One umpire kind of said no, swinging a high fly ball deep to left center. That is back there, and it is out of here. Contreras destroys that one. And the Red Sox quickly tie it. Up into the monster seats he goes. His 4th.
Boy, you needed something, right? You just need a little bit of life. I mean, it's been a tough couple of games. You've gone up against some tough pitching. Another guy in Framber Valdez who gets a ton of ground balls. Talking about staying in the middle of the ballpark, because if that sinker will get you to roll over. And Contreras kind of just stays in the middle and still hits this ball to left center. But you can't try to pull that baseball. This is where your power's coming from. Wilson Contreras off to a nice start.
That Red Sox home run presented by your New England area Audi dealers. Red Sox tie at 1-1. Trevor Story in the box.
Yeah, it's another sinker, but you see it starts inner half and stays there. Starts kind of right on that inside black, and that movement brings it over the middle of the plate. That's the one you look at. That's the one you got to put damage on, and he does. He doesn't like throwing that sinker there.
Sox with their first home run of the series. Story going up the middle for a base hit. That's toward the gap. That'll be cut off by Green. He wants to take a big turn. Now he's heading back. Well, he thought about it for a moment. Taking second base. He has a single. Back-to-back hits now off of Valdez. Look back at that pitch to Contreras.
See, Framber wants to start this ball to the middle of the plate and have it end up outer half to get the rollover. Not where that one ended up. That's the one you got to hit. Now Story kind of hits this ball up the middle as well. You have to stay up the middle of the field against this sinker. Get it up.
Here's Abreu. Will, you're looking at a strike. Hitting .311 with 3 home runs. Red Sox with their 13th home run of the season. Want to see more of that, more power.
He came in today last in baseball. Right, now it's got 13. I think maybe they're tied for last, but still. Of course, still believes the power's going to come. Cold weather, bats aren't going.
Story taken off, a strike. The throw down is high, and he's got that one stolen. Trevor Story lifting second. But I think something this Red Sox lineup can do a lot more of. You got to get on base. But there are athletes in this lineup to do that frequently.
We're talking about this offense, right? Move the line, use your athleticism, run the base as well. You got to get on base, as you mentioned.
0-2 to Williard down low.
I mean, Durbin's a guy that stole 18. You got to get on base. Same thing with Trev. The lefty on the mound, you can take advantage of it. Dingler's very good back there. I mean, pop time, strong arm, but with the lefty, you can take some shots, right? You go first movement, guess right.
Cedon can steal you a base. Certainly Duran can steal you a ton of bases if he can start to get going. And there's no throwing out Masataka Yoshida.
Well, the man's he's on a mission. You maybe pinch run for him late.
Oh, I'd pay to see that.
Yeah.
2-2, 2 down. Red Sox trying to grab the lead early against a very, very good lefty. Dropped by Dingler, but no advance.
You know, he is a good lefty, but he kind of falls right in the zone with the Red Sox because he does not get a ton of swing and miss. Like barely any this year at all. I mean, just contact percentage is almost 85%. That's the second highest in baseball. And we know the Red Sox, they punch out 10 times, you're in trouble. But this guy, you can get a lot of contact on. You just got to stay in the middle of the field and discipline.
Payout pitch here to Abreu. Fouled off. Framber Valdez actually naturally right-handed. Taught himself to pitch lefty as a kid. You're talking about the contact percentage. That's his game. But Contreras takes him deep up into the monster seats. Willier being pesky here, still 3-2. Eighth pitch of the at-bat next. Red Sox doing everything they can to keep a good grip today in these wet conditions. So he will throw at least 23 pitches here in the first inning.
Good answer, though, from this offense. Love to see him check in again, but sleepwalking for a few days.
Walked him. Good at bat. Curveball inside. First and second. Red Sox may not be done scoring here. That'll bring up Cedon. As we check out the home run odds presented by FanDuel for Cedon Rafaela and Caleb Durbin right behind him. Two on, two out, tied up 1-1. Going after the first pitch, fouled away, strike one.
Should take a shot swing there. I don't know if he's sitting curveball, but that was a big one. 5 for 12 early on here against lefties. A couple of doubles, swinging it well.
Yeah, the guys who hit lefties in the Red Sox lineups really hit them. The guys who don't in a big way, and that'll be in for a strike, and it's 0-2.
It's kind of been the righties who haven't been hitting lefties. Mentioned,
yeah.
You know, Rafaela has, but the guys that started off 2, 4, and 6, meaning Story, Contreras, and Durbin, combined, they're only hitting 122 this year against lefties.
0-2, and struck him out. Caught him looking, but the Red Sox do get even on a Wilson Contreras home run. We're 1-1 after an inning.
Red Sox and Tigers all tied at 1 here after 1. And guys, as we know, Garrett Crochet has a very serious game day routine every 5 days when he gets ready to pitch, and it starts with a crossword puzzle inside the clubhouse, which apparently he crushed, according to Red Sox manager Alex Cora, who told me that when I asked, given his start last time out in Minnesota, does Crochet appear to have some extra motivation going into today? Cora said no, nothing has changed. That's the beauty of Crochet. When he's dominant, it's the same thing as the next day. When it's a tough one, it's business as usual. I talked with Parker Gwynn as well, the Major League catching coach, and he shared the same feelings. He said one game isn't going to have them redo everything as it relates to Garrett. They're going to stay the course. They had a lot of success with him last year, and they hope to continue that even after that last start.
A strikeout pitch here to Perez. That's the third already for Garrett.
We had some strong words, and I mean, listen, he took accountability. He just said he's going to wash it and move on to the next one, but he started talking about how he got to go back out and earn the respect of his teammates again. You know, I think it's, you know, I don't think one bad star he's going to lose a lot of respect. I mean, the guy's an absolute werewolf. You know, back. I mean, he's a pretty good pitcher. He just had a bad outing.
Well, his teammates call him the Beast. You call him the Pig, and now the Werewolf.
Well,
1 ball and strike.
I'm sitting at home watching that game. I'm like, He would never do this in front of me.
I think he mentioned that after. He said, where was Lou, by the way? I think we're going to pin this one on Sweet Lou.
He probably should have.
In Minnesota. 2-1 on Torkelson. Interesting, he gave up 2 doubles in the first inning. He's made 4 starts. It's the 3rd time he's allowed 2 first-inning doubles. And then the 2-1 off the edge.
Well, controlling that side of the plate is big for him, too. We've talked many times about the 4-seam fastball in, the cutter in, the sweeper in. Give the righty something to look at. That sinker down and away, change up occasionally.
And ball 4.
Can really help him out.
Now, meanwhile, at Wrigley Field, the New York Mets, who have lost 10 straight games, carried a 1-0 lead to the 9th inning and blew it. Not the game, but they had a win right there at their fingertips, and now the game's in the 10th inning, tied 1-1. Things are going badly for the New York Mets. Hao Yu-Lee, the third baseman, with a runner on at first. We're tied up 1-1.
Big league debut the other day, 0 for 3.
Big hack and foul tips that one. Fastball 96. Lee unable to play in the World Baseball Classic with Chinese Taipei because of an injury. You look at a strike on the inside, 1-2.
Well, you like the power in the fastball. We've seen a lot of 96s up there early on. We saw 97 earlier, so the velo was down his last time. That's a good sign.
Torkelson, the base runner. Down he goes swinging, 97 miles an hour to fan him. 4 strikeouts for Garrett Crochet.
Yeah, another good fastball up. But we were talking about that sweeper early on. I want to take a look at some numbers, compare last year's sweeper to this year's sweeper. It was the best pitch in baseball last year, as far as sweepers go. 127 batting average against. Look at the slugging percentage, 208. Look at it this year, 364 batting average, 909 slugging. Not getting as much swing and miss. I mean, that is when you have what is arguably the best, or was statistically the best sweeper in the game last year to this year. Right now it's rated 176th out of 178 pitchers who throw sweepers. It went from the best to one of the worst.
That's going to be popped up. Got him on a cutter. Monasterio moving into foul territory and makes the catch. So Crochet pitching around a ball 4. We're tied up 1-1.
Taco Bell's
Phil Spring BOGO event. Big day in Boston sports, as mentioned. Celtics won big, 123-91 over Philly to lead the series 1-0. Of course, we got Tigers and Red Sox here today. The Bruins and Sabres. Puck drops at 7:30. Round 1 of the NHL playoffs for the Bees.
He bumped this game to 4:30. Made for a nice little viewing day. A lot of couch time.
Yes.
Boston fans.
Marathon tomorrow. Nobody else in America can do that. In there for a strike on Caleb Durbin. It's a 1-1 game to the bottom of the second. Framber Valdez and Garrett Crochet, not a bad one either. Crochet looking good. Looking like a return to Garrett Crochet. 4 strikeouts.
Yeah, it's good to see. You don't see him go an inning and 2/3 without one like he did last outing. 4 early on is nice.
Durbin checked. He's hitting 133. No home runs yet.
3 straight changeups to Caleb.
And a 1-2 coming. Curveball missing, 2-2. Durbin has seen him 3 times. He does have 1 hit. Narvaez on deck. And a good take. That missed, 3-2. Narvaez back doing the catching. Connor Wong has been catching more frequently. And the payoff pitch. At short. This man will skip it. Baez on time. He's got an excellent arm. Showing it off there. 1 man away.
Yeah, that's a nice play by Baez. That's how the game has evolved over the years. Like years ago, the shortstop would take that ball, plant his foot, and give it everything he has, right, to get it there in the air to first base. Now, whether it's turf or a quick little wet ground like this, it's about quick release. Get the ball over there in one hop, let the first baseman do the work.
Narvaez out in front on a 77-mile-an-hour curveball, hitting 195. His batting average has plummeted.
Well, his last 6 games, he's 2 for 23 with 10 strikeouts. Just trying to find it. A lot of swing and miss.
Isaiah Kiner-Falefa on deck and an 0-1. One of Valdez's very best starts of his career came against the Red Sox in Game 5 of the 2021 ALCS. He was with Houston. Went 8 innings, 1 run to give the Astros a 3-2 series lead. And now a Detroit Tiger with a big money contract, the 0-2.
There's a lot of big games for them. Sox only saw him once last year, last August. Got 6 runs off him, 6 innings.
Yeah, that was here at Fenway. 0-2 pitch. Cranked to center field. Pretty well hit, but Veerling's back there to make the catch. And 2 down. The Mets are in one of those situations where they find a way to lose every single day. They have just lost their 11th consecutive win. Despite having a 1-0 lead in the ninth, they lose it in 10, 2-1.
Well, you can always say, could be worse. Right?
Could be 12 in a row.
I understand it's not great. 8 and 12. You're expecting a little bit better start than that.
Yeah. In their first strike on Kiner-Falefa.
You know, I mean, mentioned in the open, you know, the starting rotation stat is there. I mean, when the starters go 6, you're 8-0. When they don't, you're 0-12.
Doesn't get a lot more stark than that.
No, the biggest problem is when you don't go. It's not like you're going 5 in the third. They're averaging 4 innings in those over 12 games. It's even more than that.
Poke to right. Perez to make the catch. 1-2-3 go to Red Sox in the second. Call today on a rainy Sunday afternoon. Certainly was earlier, but this game started 3 hours later, but on time at 4:35. Have to do a little extra work with the diamond dry. And Jahmai Jones will crank the first one on the ground to begin the inning. Story makes the play and a fast out to get Jones.
Celebrate Patriots Day at Fenway tomorrow. First 7,500 fans are going to score an exclusive Patriots Day windbreaker. It's presented by JetBlue. You can get your tickets now at redsox.com/promotions.
Red Sox again playing in the Marathon colors. Going to be chilly tomorrow. But by all accounts dry at game time at 11 a.m. Torres 0 for 1. You were talking about the sweeper and how good it was last year for Crochet and not effective at all so far this year. And it's a smaller sample, I realize that. What do you pin that on?
Well, the couple things. Number one, I mean, listen, they're all very subtle, right? The arm angle is a little bit lower. You know, it's 31 degrees as opposed to 35. I think because of that, when we look at some of the numbers, like the depth on this sweeper is down a little bit. It's not getting as much vertical drop, so maybe there's that swing and miss maybe isn't there. The biggest thing is I've seen a lot of them just non-competitive. You know, even that strikeout that he got looking on the sweeper, you don't see many sweepers he throws over the middle of the plate. Just kind of froze him. But you're so used to seeing it on that back foot swing and miss down and in. We've seen him bounce him. We've seen him hit guys with it. We've seen him leave it up.
We've seen him really embarrass hitters. I mean, good hitters with that pitch. Kiner-Falefa will gather and gun for out number 2.
But just overall, I think just execution, location with that pitch. But it's pretty drastic when it goes from the best sweeper in baseball, which it was last year, to through 4 games, arguably the worst. And the numbers are there with it. Got to figure out that pitch. It's such a weapon for him.
Veerling with a double. Will line that one. That'll skip. And Kiner-Falefa staying down. Will throw him out. Crochet needed only 7 pitches to against 2-hour version of this Red Sox game tonight at 11 on Sox in 2. Only on NESN and streaming on NESN 360. Presented by Bigelow Tea. Dave, Lou, and Jahmai with you. And look at Framber Valdez to this point. 40 pitches, 29 strikes. We're tied up 1-1.
Look at that. 9 first pitch strikes to the 9 hitters he has faced. Getting ahead.
Top of the order, Roman Anthony's grounded out.
Yeah. Anything we can to jinx him. There's ball 1.
Well done.
Thank you.
Roman in left today. Monasterio on deck, and then Contreras, who's knocked one out of here into the monster seats to tie it.
Roman's done a nice job against lefties. Now 7 for 21. The interesting number, though, is him in that leadoff spot. Still remains there. You know, remember opening day first pitch base hit. Since then, he's 1 for 19. Well, 1 for 18 rather. When leading off a game, home or away. It's the one spot really he's moved a lot of guys around. Hasn't moved Roman off that leadoff spot.
Not yet. 1-2 a miss downstairs. Last year Red Sox went 17-10 in games where he was the leadoff hitter. They have not met with anywhere near that success rate this year. Two.
I know he was great there last year when he came up. Obviously got going after somewhat of a slow start. You forgot he started off, I think he's 2 for 27, but I don't know, he dropped back down 3, maybe even 5. To me, a guy like Jarren Duran is still, he's not going either, but he's still a guy that can ignite the offense. You got to get him going.
Swing and a miss. Curveball gets him. 1 down. The second K in the book for Valdez today.
Yeah, it's pretty much like I said, sinker curveball to lefties. This one starts in. It gets Roman to kind of bail out a little bit. Drops below that barrel.
Duran with his own issues, of course, in terms of getting on base, and he's been ice cold.
Well, it's just that running guys around. Again, even Roman Anthony, when he's DHing, he's 3 for 35 or 5 for 35. 143 when he DHs. Jarren's not much better. It's an uncomfortable situation with these guys. Because, Duran's sitting there saying, I'm not swinging it well. Well, any kind of everyday player says, no, that streak is coming right around the corner. Like, keep putting me out there. Like, I'm going to get hot. I'm going to get my numbers. But you have to sit somebody.
Chopper foul. The question is whether it's a lefty or a righty. Should that guy be Yoshida? As far as sitting, hit safely in 6 in a row. Been one of your best hitters all season long. He's hitting .310 at the moment. Had the walk-off hit the other night against these guys, the 0-2. And in there for strike 3. Back-to-back punch-outs for Valdez. And 2 gone for the Sox in the 3rd.
Masa's done everything he could, in a awkward situation, right? Putting the pressure on Cora to get his name in that lineup because he gets starts. He's getting on base, putting quality at bats. He's also helped you off the bench late, pinch hitting.
Check swinging in for a strike on Contreras, who got it into the monster seats for his 4th home run of the year. Solo shot in the 1st inning. Hitting .292 and now 4 home runs.
Was Contreras the DH today? That's the first home run in the 1st inning from a designated hitter for the Red Sox. As I mentioned, I know Roman was pretty good last year in limited action when he DH'd because they're moving guys around, but I just don't think either one of them really are. Duran needs to move. He's like an energizer guy. Roman's 21.
Change up 1-2. But I mean, that stands out. First home run by a DH in your 21st game.
Yeah. Cora's getting asked every day, what went into this decision? That's been going on since spring training.
Yeah.
And you just knew eventually, it's like, listen, I don't have an answer. Like, maybe there's a bad matchup, right? Well, they know they're hitters. Maybe this guy on the mound is not a good matchup for our guy, but Contreras back in the 1st.
2-2. Tampa Bay and the Yankees are leading the division at 12-9. Orioles 10-12, and then the Red Sox, and then Toronto. 2-2, and got him. Struck him out. He strikes out the side. Valdez does in the third inning. Playoffs pregame begins at 6, and the puck drops at 7:30. Only on NESN and streaming on NESN 360. We go to the fourth inning at Fenway. We're tied 1-1. Garrett Crochet looking like he has rounded back into form after the disaster in Minnesota, and he gets in front on Dingler. Strike one. He's looked very good these last 2 innings in particular after giving up back-to-back doubles in the first. He has fanned 4, and then he's walked 1.
Dingler was the big double in that first inning to drive in Vierling. It was a cutter.
1 ball, 1 strike.
The first changeup of the game, just lost it.
Dingler, then Green, and then Perez, the 1-1.
97. Right on the average, averaging 95.9 a year. That's pretty much yearly average. He's got one up to 97.5. So the fastball is back.
1-2 pitch. Little flare out to right center. Cedon won't get there. It's down for a hit. The Dingler with a couple of knocks early. 2 for 2. And that's how the fourth inning gets underway.
That was an impressive year last year from this kid, not just behind the plate. He had 278 with 13 home runs as well to go with it. And this is a fastball that gets in on him, but that inside out approach just sort of drops this thing in there for a knock.
Really, really fine defender. He did not have a passed ball last year.
That's crazy.
Strike one on Green. Crochet whiffed him in the first inning. Tigers with their third hit. Looked to hold up, but he went. Felix Neon says that was a sweeper. It's 0-2.
He only left in this lineup. He got the night off against Suarez. Back in there today.
High and tight. 1 ball, 2 strikes. And Green, good player. He was an all-star a couple of years ago. And a runner at first. Nobody out. And in there for strike 3. Well, number 5 for Garrett Crochet.
A couple of strikeouts from Green, maybe wishing he had the night off, but the only lefty in there. But he threw a sinker up and in, really crowded him, and he just throws this fastball up and away to get him looking.
Now the right-hand hitter Wencel Perez. He will swing and pop it up. Kiner Falefa into right, coming on Wilyer Abreu. He'll let the Gold Glover take it. So 2 down in front of Spencer Torkelson. Morning baseball tomorrow on Patriots Day and Marathon Monday. Sonny Gray against Jack Flaherty. A special day.
How many games do you think Sonny's throwing at 11 o'clock in the morning?
In like the last 20 years?
Been around a long time. Probably. Not too many of those starts.
Tigers have not been in Boston on Patriots Day since 1986. Fouled away. So I was talking to a couple of their announcers today about how it works on Patriots Day and the fact that from our perch up here in the booth we can see the runners out on Commonwealth, and they were looking at me like, what? 0-2 downstairs.
You also got to be reminded to get here a little bit before they start closing out the roads.
That's right.
You can't come in here late tomorrow. You're not going to be able to get here.
2 down and a 1-2. And that'll miss inside with a sweeper. Next pitch will be number 60 for the big lefty.
That's a good one there. That's a tough one to lay off. Your Torkelson, he does, but that's the swing and miss one. Where you want it.
Torkelson, 31 home runs, drove in 78 last year for Detroit. Cut on and missed. He strikes him out. That was the sweeper to put him away, and he's fanned 6 so far today.
Got this friend that said
To finish off Green above the zone. That's a little sweeper. Get me over. It froze him. Again, the power fastball is back. We're seeing 96. We're seeing 97. And a good sweeper. That's good to see as well to finish off Torkelson.
That was filthy. Yeah, the K's, I mean, it's such a part of what he is. So they have 6 of them after 0 in the last start. Now A.J. Hinch with a quick chat with the home plate umpire, the crew chief Barksdale.
A new Rosenbach, maybe.
On a very damp day. Tied up 1-1.
We got to go to the secret stash there behind the gate. I'm not going to just give you one. We're going to throw a couple new ones out there.
Of course, each pitcher gets his own. And the wet ones are gone.
Well, there you go.
I didn't realize there was a secret place for the Rosenbach. Now we know.
Yeah, we know where it is. There it is. The Rosen guy.
The Rosen guy.
How do you get that gig?
That's a good gig, man. Yeah. It's not a real active position necessarily.
Comes with benefits.
Full medical, dental. Change up. 0-1 on Trevor Story, who has a base hit, 1 for 1. It broke a 0 for 9. And there they are. Going to get used today. In for a strike.
You know, Fromber right now, he struck out the size. Guy hasn't really got a lot of strikeouts or swing and miss, but he's racking them up a little bit here today. And a lot of it has to do with location. It was a perfect spot in that last one.
0-2. Swing and a miss. He got him. And the tag out at home plate. So that'll be 4 consecutive strikeouts. Going back to last inning.
He came into this game with a 12.5% strikeout rate. That's like 6th percentile. It's non-existent. He's got 5 here today. Yeah, that's going to tie a season high for him so far through 4 or 5.
Now they walked Wilyer Abreu first time up. He'll take ball 1.
All the questions with Abreu facing lefties, you can throw those out the door. 333 on the year. Really good at bats. Got a knock off Skubal yesterday.
1-0. Red Sox had their opportunities against Skubal. He was good. He struck out 10, but there were a couple of innings where he was in trouble. And maybe one big hit away from getting knocked out of the game.
And we're talking about that home run. Contreras gets one here in the first, but yeah, that's playoff baseball. It's going to be rare for Skubal to just lose it to 5-6 hitters in a row. So if he loses it for 2 or 3 hitters, 4 hitters in a row, you want one of them to be a damage, right? Wall ball, home run, whatever it is.
2-0 right through there. I mean, he's a great pitcher, and you're right. He knows how to limit damage. Win back-to-back Cy Youngs. You know how to do a lot of things. The Red Sox did have a couple of chances. 2-1 pitch. And wrap foul.
Well, it's like I said, you know, it's so much talk at the end of the year about, you know, you're watching the playoffs and you're facing the best pitchers in the world, and you're only going to make a couple of mistakes. Like Fromber made one big mistake here today, left the sinker in, and Contreras left the yard. You know, that's a single in the gap. We still got nothing. You know, it's hard to string 4, 5, 6 good at bats and have a good pitcher lose it for that long. You need that big shot, that 3-run homer, 2-run homer.
2-2 and a high fly ball. That one's deep to right, but Perez says he has plenty of room, and he's got it on the track. 2 down. You got to hit it today. Wilson certainly did in the first inning.
It's a hanging curveball. It's a good swing. by Williard, too. This is a ball that, in about a month, I don't think it's coming back. Just like you mentioned, the rain, the cold, deep right field. Tough to leave here today. You got to get all of it.
Ceddanne Rafaela 0 for 1, struck out looking. So the finale of this series tomorrow morning. And then the Yankees are in town. Early visit this year. 3 games against the Yankees. Sonny Gray going tomorrow. Tuesday night 6:45. That's on NESN Plus, by the way. Bruins in action. Little roller foul. Red Sox home for the Yankee series and then hit the road to Baltimore and Toronto. And when that road trip is over, we are into the month of May, believe it or not. Here comes the 0-2. Fly ball. That one down to right field line, but he sliced it short of the pesky pole. We said the schedule would be, starting to get tougher. Pitching has certainly been tough.
I think it was lined up. Heel, Fried, Schlittler, I believe, in that Yankee series. Not getting any easier, but this is the whole thing with you as a club. Today you've got Crochet. Tomorrow it's Gray. Then it's Suarez. Right, well, Conley early rather. Suarez, Bayo. Each and every night that opposing dugout should feel the same thing. Like this is how you're built.
Yep.
This is who you are. And it's been really inconsistent.
0-2. Valdez, a lot of curveballs here. 1 and 2. Seventh pitch of this at bat for Rafaela. And Valdez home with a 1-2. Well outside. Valdez has done some things. We mentioned his success in postseason play. Pitched a no-hitter back in 2023 against Cleveland on just 93 pitches. Base is empty. Fly ball. That one cranked out to left center. On the move. Vierling going back to the wall. Plays it off the green. And Ceddanne into second base with a stand-up double. Hit that one a long way for 2 bases.
It's just like you're just seeing an improved Ceddanne Rafaela. Like that whole at bat, you fell behind in the count. You fouled off a couple of pretty good pitches. This time here, you get a changeup and you get the pitch to hit. He stays through it. See that one-hand follow through. Barrels this baseball, gets enough to get to that wall. But you're seeing more pitches, having more competitive at bats. The more you do that, the more consistent you're going to be throughout the year, not just through good hot runs.
So that's 15 straight games he's been on base. That's a career high for Rafaela. Caleb Durbin trying to pick him up. He's 0 for 1 with a ground ball to short.
Oh, he's dying for a multi-hit game, right? A couple of them back to back. You know, it's been a tough start for him. That 131 average. You know he's not going to stay there, right? And you know he's going to, that average is going to be creeping up. You just want him to get going here and get hot. Big hit here if he can get it.
Tied up 1-1 in the mist. Got under this, popped it up into center. And Vierling underneath. Red Sox get a man to second, but they'll strand him there in the 4th inning. Inning 5 powered by Salem 5 Bank. And we're in a 1-1 tie. Garrett Crochet has struck out 6. You knew this would eventually evolve into a pitcher's duel after both guys gave up a quick run. And in the chilly, wet conditions of Fenway Park, we move on to the 5th. Hao-Yu Lee, he struck out in the 2nd inning, 0 for 1. And we'll take a strike. Javier Baez on deck. And then Jahmai Jones, their leadoff man. Quickly 0-2. Nobody wanted to play a doubleheader on Patriots Day.
That'd be chaos. Play a game here, watch the end of the marathon, play another one.
Swing and a miss. That was quick work. Good morning, good afternoon, and good night to strikeout Lee, number 7.
Well, the power fastball's here today. There's no question about it. He started him off with a cutter and then just challenged him, just blew him away with a couple of fastballs. That's going to be number 7 on the day. And this is a nice little rebound from Garrett Crochet from the last time we saw him.
I should say so. Here's Baez. He's 0 for 1. Wailing away. You know he's going to take a hack or 3.
That's that sinker too, right? Just to keep the righties honest. Hey, I got something that's going to go the other way. Not everything's going to be coming at you.
Crochet looking locked in. The 0-1 pitch. 0-2. Big grunt there from Baez.
Hard cutter at 93. That thing usually averages around 90.
He's 72% with his strikes and the 0-2. Just got a piece. He was that close to back-to-back strikeouts on a total of 6 pitches. 0-2. Line drive, but foul. Hooked off to the left on a sweeper. Well, chipping away at that ERA, which of course skyrocketed after the Minnesota start. He has taken a full run off it here today, and here comes the 0-2. Swing and a miss, struck him out. Back-to-back strikeouts, 8 in the books for Garrett Crochet.
Man, that's a sinker again. He gets the swing and miss. Ownership in the house. Look at the movement on this fastball. He thinks it's kind of going to be away. It takes off on him. And in this arsenal, 4-seam fastball, 38%. It's the most usage he's had since opening day against the Reds, and for good reason. He's got a good one here today. His previous last three have all been cutter. That's the most pitch he has thrown, but not here today.
Yeah, a lot of confidence in that pitch.
His arsenal is presented by your New England area Audi dealers.
Trying to strike out the side. Jahmai Jones is lined to right and grounded to short. He's fallen behind him 2-0. And a shot out to left center field, back toward the wall. That one high off the green, and that ball's gone. That is a home run for Jones, his first of the year, and their second of the ball game. Or I should say second of the series here, and that will make it 2-1.
Yeah, Alex taking a look, but this was definitely a home run. 109 off the bat, 423, and Jones with a big night in game 1 against the Red Sox lefties. Just gets this fastball that's been really good all night long. Third time through, Jones catches up to it.
Yeah, off the facing of that standard. So Detroit in front 2-1 on a solo shot by Jones. Brings up Gleyber Torres, who's 0 for 2. And he'll take one down and in. So their 4th hit of the game leaves the yard. And the Tigers jump in front. It's something their offense is very capable of doing, hitting a lot of home runs.
Well, it's, I don't say he got a little giddy with it, but the last couple of hitters, he just reared back and blew it by. And Jones is a guy that, like I said, got Suarez. You get that double off Chapman actually in game 1 to make it interesting late. But last year, he really torched lefties. They were 288, but a 970 OPS. He's their left-handed killer. He's their Ref Schneider, Romy Gonzalez. Third time through, he timed up that heater.
.2-0 pitch way off the plate on Torres. Matt Vierling on deck. Pitch number 75. And he walks him on 4 straight. So after the back-to-back Ks, a home run, now a walk, and Vierling will climb in. He doubled off of Garrett the first inning.
He's got to regroup here after that solo shot. Kind of ruined a little bit of momentum he had. Kind of lost that first pitch strike right out of the gate to Torres. Got to get it right back here and get out of this inning.
2 down, 1 on, and a ball. Veerling with 1 home run on the season. And the 6-6 lefty with a 1-0. In there for called strike at 97.
Garrett's faced this team 9 times in his career, only 2 starts. Got a 1.80 ERA. Didn't throw against them last year. Remember the Red Sox. Missed them entirely.
Torres, the base runner, 2 gone. Line into left field, sinking down for a base hit. Up to second base, Torres. He'll stop there. So he was on the verge of a very fast inning. Now all of a sudden, home run, walk, and a single.
Yeah, there's that sweeper again. You know, this thing has been really getting hit. I know he got that strikeout earlier to Torkelson. It's probably the best one he has thrown as far as depth goes, up and down. It was just an unhittable pitch last year. Ton of swing and miss. Guys are laying off of it, making contact on it now.
Well, not a guy who's seen him better than anybody today. Dylan Dingler has doubled and singled, 2 for 2. And he has 2 base runners. 2-1 Detroit. And Crochet trying to free himself from this little jam. 1 ball, 1 strike. Dingler, the first Tiger catcher to win a Gold Glove since Pudge Rodriguez back in 2007. Doing damage with the bat though today. Here's the 1-1. Garrett up to 81 pitches today. Very gentle rain falling at Fenway. Two 2-1 and drop by Narvaez, but a ball goes to 3-1.
Well, you got the lefty green on deck that you struck out twice. And you got a guy that's 2 for 2 off you already. Not that you want to load the bases up, but I think you're throwing your money pitch. You're not giving in to anything, what you feel best about.
The bullpen moving around for the Sox. 3-1 on Dingler. Swinging a high fly ball. Racing back, stayed on Rafaela. And that ball is going to be out of here. It's a home run. It gets over the top of the wall. It is gone for a 3-run homer. Dingler has been trouble all day. Number 5 on the year. They're second of the inning. Goes 397 feet. Just got to the batter's eye. And it is 5-1 Detroit.
Well, he went with the 4-seam fastball. I mentioned that lefty on deck. The fastball was really good. This one's down in the, a little bit lower than maybe you would have liked. Up high, maybe you get the swing and miss. This kid's all over him here today. And just gets over that wall. Now you got a guy that you've really handled all day long. That's why. That's what the non-existent sweeper. You know what I mean? That just was such a dominant pitch. 3-1, maybe you throw, you get a swing and miss. 3-2, same thing, and you get out of it.
Boy, Dingler 3 for 3. He's a triple shy of the cycle. Riley Green here. He's whiffed 2 times. 5-1 Detroit. And he was in great shape until he got to Jones, who hit the home run. And he walked Torres and Veerling with the base hit. And now Dingler cleans anybody off, cleans everybody off with a 3-run homer. And now the Red Sox trailing by 4 runs and a 1-2.
It's kind of similar to yesterday when it was 1-0 and Bayo gave up the solo shot to make it 2-0, which is where we were after the Jones. But then after that, couldn't bear down, walked the next guy, base hit.
Off the plate, and he's gone to 3-2. So that is 16 runs allowed by Garrett Crochet's last 2 starts. The 3-2 fouled at the plate.
We thought today would be the start of seeing that ERA go down, not up.
Went down by a full run for about 5 minutes. Now up to 7.99 as Watson's up in the pen. And the payout pitch foul away.
Well, this inning started off with him looking good too, didn't it? Striking out Leon Baez.
Then home run, walk, single, home run, and a 3-2. Liner into left center field. That's down for a hit into the gap. Raffaello to scoop it up, and it's going to be a long single for Green. And now suddenly it begins to look like the Minnesota start. Red Sox will bring the pitching coach out to the hill.
That's a good piece of hitting here from Green, though. Fastball up and in. He just sort of stays inside of it. Hard line drive, keeps it, goes hit the other way. That is an impressive swing, left on left.
So Bailey out to try and make sense of this. That's 5 consecutive base runners. I mean, nothing close to that until this point in the game. But the 5th inning has been completely different. A couple of doubles in the 1st inning and 1 run. 2 strikeouts in the 2nd. Struck out 2 more in the 4th inning. 2 more in this inning. Crochet's pitching line presented by Ace Ticket. Ace Ticket with the best seats at the lowest prices. And that'll send up Perez, who will take a strike. 5 runs, 7 hits for Detroit. A run on 3 hits for the Red Sox. Perez, the 8th man to hit in the inning. Grounded back over. Garrett Crochet gobbled up by Kiner Falefa, and he will make the play at first. Monasterio able to hold the bag, but an ugly inning as they put up 4 and lead at 5-1.
Day Live presented by Plymouth Rock. At the latest Red Sox news, plus a full preview of the series finale against the Detroit Tigers. Only on NESN, streaming on NESN 360.
Detroit on top 5-1 at the midway point. And your fears were beginning to dissipate about something up with Garrett Crochet right up until the point where he allowed the first of the 2 home runs in the inning. He had breezed through the first 2 hitters on just a handful of strikes to get Leon Baez, and he had piled up 8 strikeouts. Been the home run by Jones. He walks Torres. Veerling gets him for a base hit. Dingler takes him out of the park for a 3-run homer. And now what? And meanwhile, the Tigers in really good shape behind one of their best pitchers.
And you got to answer here. You can't just, the offense just can't go to bed now for the next 5 innings because you're down 5-1. I mean, there's too many guys need to work on some things, get some hits, try to figure some things out.
And Narvaez 0 for 1 flies to center. Kiner Falefa next, and then Roman Anthony in the 5th. Man, a 1-2 from the lefty. Popped up sky high into center field for Veerling, and 1 away. Kiner Falefa next.
I keep harping on that sweeper. You know, we've talked about before. We first saw Peyton Tolley. Said, you know, he's fastball cutter. You know, you're looking for a breaking ball. Imagine Crochet without the sweeper, without the put away pitch, without the swing and miss pitch to get you off the power. It's kind of what we're seeing now, because he hasn't really had it for the most part of the year. This wasn't just a Twins thing that they abused the sweeper. They didn't really. Just without that big swing and miss pitch to go to get it.
Watson still throwing in the pen. And the 0-1. Well, yeah, you take away the breaking ball from Chris Sale in the prime of his career, you know. That wipeout breaking ball.
Yeah.
Totally different guy. 1-1 pitch. Changeup.
And you really got to be fine with the location, right? You can't miss a fastball down. You can't miss a cutter out over.
One man away. And in there for strike 3. Valdez, not a big strikeout guy. He has half a dozen today.
Got 6 here today, and some of it based on location. This is a few times now he's thrown this comeback, a little sinker in on righties and froze guys.
Season 9 strikeouts for him.
He got 13 on the year in 4 starts. Coming into today, he's got 6 here today.
Roman Anthony 0 for 2, a strikeout and a ground out to the right side. And a strike.
Yeah, and a lot of it's location. I mean, look at that pitch. He's keeping you off balance with the changeup curveball to go with a located sinker. Got a ton of called strikes. 18 of them on that sinker already.
He has been in front of everybody today. And now in front of Roman 0-2. You know, it was encouraging. It's not the only thing when you talk about a pitcher's arsenal, but the velocity was good today for Crochet. It had been down a notch his last start, but it goes more on that sweeper and location and command.
Well, it's just, you know, having everything. That's what I talk about, all these pitches everybody wants, because there's certain times you want to be able to go to it, finish off a guy, have a pitch. Maybe it's a bad pitch for the hitter, and you know if you go to and execute, you get that swing and miss.
Up the middle. Baez will fire to get him, and that is a quick inning again for the Red Sox offense. They go 1-2-3. Salem 5. Add the power of 5 to your financial lineup. Make your move. The Red Sox did not get a Garrett Crochet start today, and the Tigers lead at 5-1. Sox have to go to the bullpen early.
Yeah, more importantly, again, they didn't get 6 innings from a start, and we know how this has gone. 0-12 when they haven't. And for Garrett, really, it's about, you know, trying to get that third out. You know, right now he's got a .742 slugging percentage against with 2 outs. That's the second worst in baseball for starters. You get a couple outs. A lot of the damage has been with 2 outs. Runners in scoring position, .333 batting average against right now. He just can't finish off that inning, and all that damage was with 2.
Torkelson will crank a liner to right field. Abreu backs up a bit. Willier puts that away. 1 pitch, 1 out from Ryan Watson to make an appearance here in the 6th inning. But you look back to last year, 205 innings for Garrett Crochet. That's a jump from 146 innings the previous.
It's a big jump. One of the reasons why I don't think he participated in the WBC, wanted to go at his own pace. But that is a big jump.
No doubt had a spectacular year. 18-5, 2.59 ERA, but it's a much heavier workload. First time in his career he's had that kind of innings increase. Lee will take one inside. He is delighted Crochet's out of the game. Garrett struck him out twice, last time on 3 pitches. Crochet did strike out 8 and gave up 2 home runs. On the infield, picked off. The cap comes off Durbin. He makes the play. Knocked off by Trevor Story, but stuck with it. 2 down.
Well, nice job by Durbin to kind of stay with this thing, right? You're focused on cutting this ball off, and third baseman job, you go get everything you can. Actually got the head too. It wasn't just a hat. Third arm got him on the side of the head, and he was still able to kind of stay with it and finish off this play. Story's preparing to backhand this thing and release. It's good concentration to finish it off.
Baez 0 for 2. Celtics took game 1 earlier today. About 90 minutes. The Bruins will drop the puck. Game 1 against the Sabres.
The Celtics did their part, looking for that Boston trifecta. Sox gonna have to come back.
Line shot. That'll drop down for a base hit. Baez is on. The 8th hit of the day for Detroit. Top of the order, and Jones next.
Sox see if they can get that third out. Remember the first inning? Garrett got a couple quick outs. And then it was back-to-back doubles with 2 outs. It's been 2-out damage the entire game here when they've scored.
Carpenter's grabbed a bat. He's going to hit for Jones, who got their rally going in the 5th inning with the home run. 1 of 2 in that frame. Dingler hit the other one. Five to 1 Detroit. They knocked the Red Sox starter out after 5 innings.
Watson trying to put up some zeros last couple of times out. Gave up a couple at Minnesota. I think the next name gave up 4 in an innings worth out in Minnesota.
Carpenter, 218 hitter. He's hit 4 home runs. Runner on at first, 2 away for Detroit. And we'll foul that one away. Last year he hit 26 homers. Two out, 1 on for the Tigers. Light rain continues to fall here at Fenway. Game was backed up 3 hours than the original start time. Got underway around 4:30. Curveball downstairs, 1-2. Because of the forecast, although nobody said it was going to be completely dry after 4:30, it certainly hasn't been. One-two pitch to Carpenter. Runner goes, and a ground ball through the right side for a base hit. Carpenter coming off the bench. He swats a single. That'll put runners at first and third. And the Tigers at it again with 2 down. Red Sox just can't put them away in an inning.
No, I try to go with that 4-seamer up again. Got the swing and miss earlier in the count. Ball's just hit too far to the left of IKF. Yeah, you got that wet grass. It's a tough town to start off slow. You're playing in cold, you're playing in rain, things aren't going your way.
Just adds to the misery.
Just the way it is, though.
Gleyber Torres looking at a strike. He's 0 for 2 with a walk and a run. He was aboard when Dingler cranked his 3-run homer.
It's amazing when you play in the cold and you're winning baseball games and you're playing good baseball, how it's not as cold.
Yeah, funny how that happens. The 0-1. Little lob shot, pop foul on the run. Monasterio can't get to that off into the boxes. I'm sure that the 2018 Red Sox, for example, had some cold April days and nights, but I don't remember any of them.
No, it's beautiful.
All they did was win.
Beautiful weather. Going out there winning every night.
Team never lost. Who cared how cold it was?
Well, it's just sort of a little bit of everything. We're talking about the starting pitching. It's been pretty much set a tone. You know, 8-0 when you go 6 or better. But it also kind of hides the fact that offensively it's just been extremely inconsistent, really non-existent so far in this homestand. It's been a lot of things.
Yeah, no punch. Boy, you look bad when you don't hit. You don't score.
That's the thing, you know, sometimes you need that little, like last night against Scuba, one mistake, little 3-run homer, boom, excites everybody. Everybody's up, and that sitting there 13 on the year, tied for last in baseball, it makes it hard.
1-2. Fly ball to right. Abreu near the line to make the catch and retire the side. 2 men left for the top. About hit the Red Sox 9-3. You've hit a pair of home runs. Both of those coming in the 5th inning, the last inning of Garrett Crochet's day. And meanwhile, Framber Valdez of the Tigers kind of sailing along here. Gave up a quick run on a homer by Contreras in the 1st inning. Nothing since then. Monasterio looking at a strike. He's gone over 2 today in the 2-hole. That is a spot many have tried to hit in so far this year for Alex Cora. Change up 0-2. The forecast is for the weather to deteriorate a little bit more over the next 45 minutes. Swung on to miss strike 3. But he's had a big strikeout day, 7.
Getting ahead of everybody. Locating sinkers, whether it's first pitch changeup located, and then it's changeup, curveball down, and quick strikeouts too.
Contreras a home run and a K. He'll fly that to left, right at Green. Doesn't have to move very far. 2 fast outs.
Support the Red Sox Foundation by donating your vehicle. You can learn more about how to donate at redsoxfoundation.org/vehicle donation.
Trevor Story today, a base hit and a strikeout. 7 strikeouts for the left-hander Valdez are a season high. And the base is empty. And strike 1.
Another strike. It's been all day. Strike 1 all day long from Framber.
This will be pitch 91. Well, B's getting ready very soon to get their playoff run underway against the Sabres. The 1-1. Looked to check, and he did. We're in the home half of the 6th inning. Abreu on deck. Valdez has already had 3 innings where he got the Red Sox 1, 2, 3. Two and 2 on Story. Big win for the Celtics today against the 76ers. Trevor taking his time to get back in. Had to knock some mud out of the cleats, and now the 2-2 from the southpaw. He goes full on him. Trevor Story's will only walk twice this year. Valdez has walked 1. That was Abreu in the 1st. And a 3-2 home.
It's been a strange one for Strav. We got 30 strikeouts, 2 walks. See that batting average, 195. But then you look up and you see 17 RBIs. Getting the hits with guys in scoring position.
He has. Now he'll take a walk. His 3rd of the season. Coming with 2 down.
I always say, like, the month of April. Would you rather be a guy that hits like 330 with a home run and 4 RBIs, or a $195 with 17 RBIs? Because in about a week or 2, I can change that batting average. And if you're hitting 330 with 3-4 RBIs and you're hitting great, so-called, in April, you're also about 2 weeks away from being 230 with 4 RBIs, right? And it doesn't look as good. So the batting average can go up and down. He'll like those 17 RBIs, but he's going to see the 30 strikeouts and be like, that's, way too many 20 games in.
Gets him in bunches, doesn't he? Finnegan up, the right-hander in their bullpen. Pitch count now 96 for Framber Valdez. CVS is proud to be a part of Red Sox Nation and all the communities we call home, delivering trusted care, everyday essentials, and support that goes beyond a prescription. You can learn more at CVS.com. So mound visit for Fromber. Abreu with a walk. He's also fly to right. 0 for 1 today. He's been hitting lefties very well. It has been another meek day for the Red Sox offense to this point, however, held to 3 hits.
It was going to be a tough homestand for some of the arms you went up against. But here today, the strikeouts piling up against a guy that really hasn't been getting them all year.
Wind blowing out to right as Wilyer will take ball 1. And Trevor Story has a stolen base today, leading at first. Popped up into left. That's going to drift a little bit. Coming in on it now, Veerling, and Green will make the catch. Still got pretty close. I think the wind wreaked havoc with that one. 1 man left. Call to the bullpen. Jack Anderson, who made his major league debut just the other night on Tuesday in Minnesota, struck out the first 3 batters he faced.
It was an impressive first inning. There's no question about it. Threw the ball real well. Gave him 3 innings. Gave up a solo shot, but gave Alex exactly what he was looking for, some length. His fastball not overpowering. Got a little split finger and a curveball to go with it. A little slider.
And Veerling's had a good day. A single and a double. He'll fly that one through the raindrops and foul out of play.
Core just keeps asking his bullpens, keeps trying to find multiple inning guys. Maybe Anderson can finish this game out, give him 2 or 3 innings, or hopefully get back into it and get to your leverage guys. But it's been happening too often.
Lance Barksdale talking with Veerling there. Wind is kicked up a little bit over the last inning. The 1-1 fouled off again. Rain has 2. Get some diehards, man. Not their first rodeo. And a 1-2 pitch to Veerling.
There you go. Everybody taking cover.
Our camera people. Not their first rodeo. 2-2. Breaking ball swatted at third. Durbin. And not a great throw. Did he get the tag on him? And he will eventually. To set down Veerling. He is out. 1 away in the 7th.
Monasterio, a nice job kind of holding that and going back and getting them.
StatCast 3D powered by Google Cloud.
Big day from Dylan Diggler here for the Tigers. First inning, hit that double off a cutter off the wall to score the first run, and then got a single in the 4th. But the big blow was really in that 5th inning with 2 outs, 2 men on. Fastball, 3-run homer to make it 5-1.
And Dingler's 3 for 3, triple shy of the cycle. Double in the 1st inning, single in the 4th inning, and that 3-run homer in the 5th. High towering fly ball to center. Cedon backing up on the warning track to make the catch. Dingler going for it again, flies out this time and 2-way.
Good all-around player, isn't he? I mentioned that Gold Glove and had some power last year. A really nice year that last year. Off to a really nice start this year. Those 4 RBIs. You can give him 18 on the year with 5 home runs.
Anderson to take on Riley Green, who will foul that one away. He's gone 1 for 3. Will you watch the game that Crochet pitched against Minnesota? You watched today. Where's your head at on Garrett Crochet?
Well, you like to see the velocity. My first question would be like, what are you feeling with this sweeper? I mean, it's really hard to go out there. Last year, that was the highest percentage pitch of put away pitch, meaning like, when he needed, he'd go to it. Like he had the fastball to cut it. We know that. I like what the velocity was. I mean, we're sitting here with 2 outs in the 5th thinking, okay, you feel a lot better watching Garrett Crochet. And then all of a sudden it was 4 or 5 consecutive hits 4 runs later, and you're left wondering. It's good at the powers there, but if the location is off, there's still concern there with that. But
yep. 1-2 up and away.
As I mentioned, the arm angle's down. There's little things. It's down a little lower. So you lose some depth on the sweeper. You lose some shape on your fastball.
ZRA was 7.58 coming into the game. It actually went up today. Pop foul back out of play on a splitter.
So I mean, there's concerns. Obviously, he's going to be accountable. He's going to talk about what happened there in that 5th inning and how he just sort of lost it with 2 outs. But you need him to get it right and get it going, and worry about 5 days from now.
Well, one more left in this series tomorrow morning at 11 a.m. Sonny Gray. We're on the 7th here of Game 3 in the 2-2 from Anderson. At third, Durbin will gather that, skips it over there. Well done for a 1-2-3 inning. The fans will stretch. 5-1 Detroit. Home insurance for Boston sports fans. And the muck and the mire. Tigers lead it 5-1 as we head to the bottom half of the 7th on what's been a miserable day at Fenway. And on the scoreboard so far as well, Kyle Finnegan will take over for Frambo Valdez, who did his job and did it very well today. He had a season-high 7 strikeouts.
Yeah, Finnegan making his 10th appearance, has yet to give up a run in any of those appearances, despite walking 8.
Ceddanne Rafaela will test him first. He has a double today, one of just 3 Boston hits. One of them a home run by Wilson Contreras with 2 out in the 1st. Red Sox tied the game at that point. They have not scored since then.
It's been tough sledding. We know the numbers with the starters. It's, Conley early went 4 innings a couple of times, but he gave up 1 run and 2. Kept you in it. The other ones, when guys are going short, it's just too much. 4, 5, 6 runs. And the minute that happens, it's like, you look at the offense and you're like, the lack of punch makes it extremely difficult to put together 6, 7, 8, 9 at bats to put 4 runs on the board.
You can't win that way. And having to rely on tremendous pitching every single night, or at least very good pitching every single time, never to have the offense bail you out. As you said, our kingdom for a 3-run homer.
It kind of feels like you're either getting great pitching or like awful. You know what I mean? Like it's not 5 innings, 3 runs just doesn't exist. 5 innings, 2 runs doesn't exist. It's 4 and 6, 4 and 5.
Yeah, nothing in between. 2-2. That is going to be a challenge here. Is down low. Ball 3.
The catcher is challenging the ball call.
So Dingler will challenge this. ABS powered by T-Mobile, and we'll pick up strike 3.
Call is overturned. It's a strike. The batter's out.
Another catcher who's good at this.
Yeah, the Red Sox again missed one earlier today, so you had 23 challenges. You've had 10 of them overturned, and they're just not very aggressive with it. I know Alex doesn't want to just use them early on in games and wants to save some for late, but we mentioned the other day, I mean, Minnesota's up to 63 and got about 36 overturned. I mean, you got 23 challenges now. Total in 21 games and only 10 overturned.
Durbin 0 for 2. He's grounded a short fly to center. Pirates beat Tampa Bay 6-3. Pittsburgh's been a good story. Surprising to this point. Tampa Bay came in co-leaders in the American League East with the Yankees. They take the loss today. Pirates are now 13-9.
Silver lining, really, as we look around the American League. I mean, especially with where you are right now, you're still 3.5 games out of first place, and you haven't really found any kind of rhythm whatsoever. Blue Jays 7-13. I'm wondering what's going on over there too. Somebody got to get hot next week up in Toronto.
Yeah, somebody will. 2-2. He checked his swing. And a full count on Durbin, who's looking for his first hit today. Red Sox with only 3 best records in the American League.
I mean, look at that. This Tiger team, 11-10. 4th best record in the American League.
And popped up by Durbin on the right side. Torkelson called off by Torres. Torres will make the play. 2 down. Another quiet day for Caleb Durbin, 0 for 3. Catch every Red Sox moment on NESN 360. You can download the app to stream live games, including home action in beautiful 4K, plus highlights, recaps, and a lot more. Log in with your NESN Direct account or TV provider and start watching today. Narvaez 0 for 2, a couple of flies to center. He's down to 186. Remember, he got off to a quick start with the bat. It has been rough here in recent games for Carlos. Bases are empty. A high fly down the left field line. Push to the foul pole into that corner, and that's a fair ball. That's going to drop in. Heading into second, Narvaez. He'll pull up with a double. He's kind of guided it through the rain down that left field line and tucked it in the corner.
You know, it came back a little bit too. That wind blowing kind of left field foul pole to right field foul pole, and maybe brought it back a little bit. But listen, he'll take it. That's why you're sitting here 5-1. You know, you're not down 10 runs, but still, you got guys in this lineup that are trying to find some positives, that are trying to carry things over to the next day. Carlos in the middle of a 2 for 25. Drops that double in, and now tomorrow he wakes up a little differently, right? He's going to get maybe another at bat here in this one. You want to see more of that here in these late games, late innings.
Meyer will hit for Kiner-Falefa, so Marcelo with a bat. Kiner-Falefa starting at second base today, so Meyer will stay in the game to play that position. And see if he can pick up an RBI.
You get 3 righties in the next 4 days, so you can get these guys back in there. Meyer, again, can't get everybody back in there because, you know, Duran, Yoshida, you got an outfield mix. So you pick and choose, but Marcelo getting that bat here after having a couple days non-starting.
Bottom of the 7th, Red Sox trying to climb back into this game. There are 2 out. And ball 1. Well, they're trying to play through it. If it were raining like this at 4:30, they never would have started the game. But trying to get through it here. Drilled in there for strike, 1-1.
Well, they don't come back. You got that 11-10 start tomorrow.
Well, the double by Narvaez down the left field line, just the 4th Boston hit today. The 1-1 fouled off. Marcelo batting 176. And Finnegan from the stretch. He'll deal the 1-2. Whirls but does not throw in second.
He's got a lot of guys just trying to find it again. Big at bat here. Marcelo, he's full for his last 34. It's 118. So you just, guys can't give ABs away. They have to keep working on what they're working on and try to find it.
2-2. Sox have scored only 3 runs in this series. Ranger Suarez was terrific the other night. The Red Sox won 1-0 in 10 innings. It's been the win in the series. Swung on and fouled off the catcher Dingler.
Well, much like Crochet, you know, whatever's happened in the past happened in the past. These guys sign up for it. They're baseball players. You just know. You worry about the process. You hope the results are there. You believe in the process. You show up tomorrow. You put your work in. You work on what you need to work on when the game starts. You hope it comes out. If it doesn't, you go back to work the next day until you figure this thing out. You got a long way to go.
Little pop up behind third, foul ground. Lee with room. He almost stumbled but makes the play to retire the side. A double and 1 left in the Boston 7th inning.
In the 8th, and Red Sox manager Alex Cora has been fielding a lot of questions about who's behind the plate. He was asked yesterday straight out, is Carlos Narvaez the starting catcher? Cora said he's a catcher for this team, and Connor Wong as well. Now, Narvaez has played in 13 games. Wong has now played in 9 with 4 different start times in this particular series, guys. Cora said that we'd have to take care of both of these guys. Cora said it's not about who's starting, who's not in these games. It's about trying to win the games. And of course, he said he's playing the matchup. Said Narvaez would start today. Tomorrow, he said, we'll see where things are. But there is an element, he says, of riding the hot hand. Wong swinging it really well right now, while Narvaez skidding a little bit. But the matchups still play a part in the decision making as it relates to this pairing.
Connor Wong, when he starts, hitting .348, incidentally.
Yeah. And, you know, the matchups, too, is like they know their own players, what the strengths are of Narvaez versus the strengths of Wong, meaning, you know, maybe power fastball or breaking ball, changeup, curveball, whoever they're facing that day, how that matches up. But Connor has certainly done his part. You would think, you know, he gets today, maybe that early game would be Connor Wong tomorrow. We'll see.
Well, we're on to the 8th inning. 5-1 Detroit. They've out hit the Red Sox 9-4. Big inning was a 4-run 5th off of Garrett Crochet. And Perez has gone 0 for 3 at the plate. He has struck out, flied out, and grounded out to second. Marcelo taking over at second base. And a challenge here on the strike. There will be a strike.
The call is confirmed. Detroit loses 1 challenge.
ABS powered by T-Mobile. So each side with 1 challenge remaining, and a pop-up. Meyer in on the dirt or the mud on number 1. So there will be a lot of discussion again about Garrett Crochet when the game is over. 5 runs in 5 innings, gave up 7 hits. He did strike out 8 men. We've talked about the fact he was throwing the ball with good velocity, but location problems and sweeper problems popped up in Abreu under. And 2 fast outs in the 8th inning for Detroit. Look at his pitching line.
Well, this one for different reasons, right? Minnesota, just tough to explain, right? From the very first pitch on, inning and 2/3. This one here, you know, through basically 4 2/3, you felt really good. That's when he had those 8 strikeouts, and you're saying, okay, the power fastball is there. He's using it. And then it was 5 consecutive hits, a couple of home runs, 4 runs later, and left wondering again.
Lee 0 for 3. Crochet struck him out 2 times. And you're absolutely right. You know, there were periods that he looked just like the Garrett Crochet you've come to know as the ace of the Red Sox there.
He looked like it until Jahmai Jones got up that 3rd time. Now he's going to give up a solo homer here and there. But it's the Gleyber Torres 2-out walk following the homer, right?
Right. And then it went base hit, 3-run homer. There was another hit after that.
fell behind Dingler 3-1. 3-1 count.
And he cranked it out.
Yeah, just started losing kind of command.
You just don't expect that from him, let alone the first game. Maybe different reasons today, but the results were bad for a guy who's been so good. One of the great pitchers in the sport. And has allowed 16 runs in his last couple of starts. High fly in center field. Cedar Rafaela to make the catch, and that is all. They go 1-2-3. Tire and auto service of the Red Sox. Been an ugly one. So we go to the bottom of the 8th inning. 5-1 Detroit. Garrett Crochet only around for 5 innings, 5 earned runs today. Contreras with a home run in the first inning. That's all the Red Sox have gotten against the Tigers. And Framber Valdez went 6 strong innings, struck out 7. Hockey right around the corner. 7:30 puck drop for game 1. This will be Will Vest coming out of their bullpen, the right-hander, to get Roman Anthony in the 8th inning. Roman has gone 0 for 3 today. 2 ground outs and a K. Monasterio on deck.
Well, we walked Vest off in game 1. End up being under a run, but still it was 1 hit off of him.
It was the Yoshida single in the 10th inning.
Yeah, fastball up to 95, 96. Little slider change up to lefties.
He came up empty on a fastball. 2-2.
You really got to get Roman going too. He's another one that just sort of, I wonder too, we mentioned that now 2 for 19 and starting the game as a leadoff guy. And that's really got to hit his first time. So it's 1 for his last 18. You want to just drop him down a little bit. You wonder if that happens at some point.
Yeah, where would you drop him in the batting order at this point?
Yeah, right now, just nothing wrong with putting him at 5. You know, it's just, I mean, listen, you know who he's going to be. But again, starting the first big league season off in September, I mean, in April rather. I mean, those first couple weeks are tough. Like, things snowball on you in a hurry. And then you start losing some confidence, get a little jumpy. It looks like for the most part his timing has been off. I think earlier in the year we saw signs where we're starting to come back again, but just take a little heat off of him. Get him back up in that leadoff spot in a few weeks.
Payoff pitch. So you'd like to see him long term be the leadoff hitter?
I don't know where he is. I know the game is a little bit different. For the most part, I think eventually he's your best hitter. So is that putting him in the 2-hole? You got to find a leadoff guy. If you want to go left, right, left, you want to put him 3, you leave him at 3.
3-2. He'll take ball 4. So he's on in the 8th inning to lead things off. Monasterio next.
I know Alex, likes to pop, and given what you saw from him last year, you felt comfortable with it. Okay, start the game off with the quality at bat, draws walks. He's going to hit for power. He can be up 1-0 early on. It's just, we've talked about it, year 2 in the league. Starting off, there's a lot of pressure on him to be the guy. And it's been a grind here the first 3 weeks of the season for everyone.
Nothing in 1 on Monasterio. He's 0 for 3, 2 strikeouts and a ground out to short. Red Sox have been held to 4 hits today. Once again, just 1 run. And the 0-1 from Vest. In for a strike. Nothing in 2. Ground ball at short. Baez to Torres, 1 on the first for the double play. So 2 down for the Sox in the 8th. And Contreras with the highlight of the day for the Red Sox. Haven't been many. This is in the first inning.
Well, first inning down 1-0. He gets a sinker that Framber just kind of leaves inner half. That's going to be his 4th of the year. It's been swinging it well for you consistently now for the last 2 or 3 weeks. It's been quiet ever since.
Yankees on top of Kansas City in the 9th inning, 7-0. They've just owned the Royals. Mentioned that the Cubs knocked off the Mets, who were on the verge of ending a 10-game losing skid. They found a way to lose it. 2-1 Chicago. Blue Jays won big today, 10-4 over Arizona. So a Red Sox loss would put Boston in that last place tie with Toronto in the division. Fouled away off into the seats to the right. 1-2. Colorado beat the Dodgers again, 9-6. In Colorado, they had snow the other day when they were getting underway. Dodgers now 15-6 with the loss.
Nice, you're 15-5, lose a ball game, you just sort of walk into the clubhouse and you're like, hey, whatever. Well, what, we're 15-6.
Yeah, 15-6. We're okay. See you tomorrow.
It'd be nice to have that 1 year. You know, it's been such a grind. This guy's out of the gate here last couple of years. But like I said, I mean, it's the thing that's going for you is, again, you're tied with Toronto. Toronto's probably sitting there going, we're 8-13 too. Like, it's hard to feel, to understand, but it is early. You just need to see something turn. And those guys in the clubhouse, I know the fans out there like are living this pain. Not as much as those guys. Like, do you think they want to do it? They show up every day to put the work in, to try to go out there and get 2 or 3 hits, thinking they're going to turn the corner. And it's just a battle right now. Things aren't going their way. They're starting pitchers you're feeling good about. And the next thing you know, you blow up in the 5th inning, right? And then all of a sudden it's quiet time in that dugout at the plate.
3-2. Bounding ball sharply hit, snagged by Lee. He's got a long throw and got him at first base. Well played on the corners by Lee and Torkelson. See if the Red Sox challenge the play over there at first, and they will not. Only 3 men come up to hit in the 8th. Still 5-1 Detroit. Right.
Well, it changed the game with 2 outs here in the 5th. It was a fastball. Jahmai Jones hits his first of the year. It only made it 2-1, but it's really kind of what followed afterwards. And that was just the start of it. 3 more were put on that inning, and it seems like that game was put away there in the 5th inning, just in a 5-1 ball game.
So to the 9th inning, 5 runs, 9 hits, no errors for the Tigers. 1-4-0 for the Red Sox. In front of a cold and wet crowd here at Fenway, which has thinned out rather considerably. As Baez gets in and takes a strike on the day, he's 1 for 3. Morning baseball tomorrow on Patriots Day. And the count 0-2 on Baez.
Probably for the best. You know, you just kind of see what happens here in the 9th inning. Wake up early, little show and go out there and get it done. Relying on Sonny Gray. Go out there and throw like he has a couple of times, right? It's kind of been a 2 out of 4. I could say Crochet really 2 out of 5. He's throwing the ball well. More consistency out of the top of this rotation of the entirety of it.
Line shot and a base hit. Baez jumping on that. His second knock today. He's 2 for 4. Leadoff single in the 9th inning. Well, a couple of topics as we head into Alex Cora's press conference after the game. I'm sure he'll be addressing. Obviously, it's going to be Garrett Crochet, number 1. I'm sure someone's going to ask him about, are you going to make a change at the top of the batting order with Roman Anthony?
And, you know, it's a lot like Story. You know, when you bumped him out of that 2-hole, you sent him down to 5. He got hot. It's not about you don't believe in this kid. Obviously, the talent is there. You know what I know what he's going to be. It's just telling you, those first 2 weeks, and we always talk about prospects. You know, they're like, oh, start them up in the big leagues. I'm like, no, send them down to AAA. Let them get a month. Let them get 5 weeks, 6 weeks. Let them get some confidence. And then you bring them up there when they find it right, because the first week or two in the big leagues can be difficult. It's cold. Facing arms you've never seen before. You know, an 0 for 4, 1 for 8 turns into a 1 for 19, and you start doubting everything and questioning everything you've worked on all winter, all camp. That's when you need a veteran in that clubhouse that's been there before and say, guys, just stick with it. Let's do this, let's do that. But you got a lot of guys there in their second year in the league, third year in the league.
Yeah, kind of looking at each other.
Yeah.
Challenge here.
The batter is challenging the strike call.
ABS powered by T-Mobile is a strike.
Call is confirmed. Detroit is out of challenges.
So no more left for the Tigers. Carpenter 1 for 1 with a base hit. Baez the base runner, and a 2-1 to Kerry Carpenter. The season got off to such a promising start for Roman with the 3 hits on opening day. Garrett Crochet was terrific. Red Sox won that one 3-0. He has not had another day quite like that. And Roman with the 1 home run came in Houston off the bench real early. And ball 4. First and second, nobody out.
Well, I'd say the one impressive thing about Roman Anthony, you know, first off, controlling the zone, right? That's his superpower. The other one is just how quickly he makes adjustments. So, you know, teams successful first 71 games last year. What did he struggle with, right? Let's try to attack that and just see. And then, you know, they do. Now you got to make some adjustments. It's something he's done his whole career. It's why he is what he is, and it's why he's going to be what he's going to be. He's going to be a great player in this league.
Gleyber Torres will lay off ball 1 on the day, 0 for 3, but with a walk and a run. It was a big play taking that ball 4 in the 5th inning, because it came with 2 out. Crochet had been throwing the ball so well, struck out the first 2 men, and I mean real fast in that inning. He looked like he was just going to dominate the rest of the day, and then Jones got him for the home run. Torres with that big walk with 2 down. Veerling a base hit. Dingler a 3-run homer. Brand new ball game. Didn't take long. Popped up right field down the line. Long run Monasterio, and that's going to drop along the line and fair. A run will score. Throw coming into second base. A run is in. Right along the line, practically on the chalk down the right field line.
It goes right on the chalk, and the Tigers are arguing to hit that net. This ball is going to land, looks like right on the chalk. The question is, does it hit that netting before Abreu gets to it? If it were to be a ground rule double, looks like he plays it off of it. Yeah, he does. Keep it there.
Base hit, first and second. 6-1 Detroit. Veerling looking for his 3rd hit today. So a lot to talk about for the Red Sox after this game. As of this moment, none of it very good. A loss would put the Red Sox at 8-13. And, you know, for the moment it remains true, it remains early. 21 games in, but 42 games in, you don't want to be having these conversations.
Nope.
Because then it's not early anymore. Probably a lot sooner than that. And I think for plenty of fans, it doesn't feel early. It certainly didn't when the Red Sox were 2-8.
No, it's hard. It's hard watching 162 and being able to be patient sometimes. You know, it's a game where patience a lot of times pays off, right? We talked about it last year. Forget about April. What about June 1st? You wanted Story gone, right? After the May. I'm just saying, fans like talking about Giolito. You wanted him shipped out. Giolito ended up being your second best pitcher, and Trevor the rest of the way and was the best offensive player. So it's patience usually pays off. It's not easy going through it and being patient. But it is hard when you got a lot of guys here really without much track record, right? As far as like, back of the baseball card stuff. Who has it? Contreras?
Yeah, he might be the guy. I'd bet Wilyer Abreu is going to have a really nice year.
Sure.
Chopper along third. Durbin will take the out there, cross his body, and in time to turn a double play.
He's still playing a really nice third base over there and really not letting the offense kind of affect him defensively. Kind of sits back and kind of runs into this ball to get some momentum. Good throw across the diamond and turn it.
Man at second, 2 down. Dylan Dingler with a double, a home run, and a single. So he has had the day. Certainly in the batter's box for Detroit. Framber Valdez was really good over 6 innings. He is in line for the win, which would make his record 2-1. And into left field, that'll drop down for a base hit. They will send the runner. Anthony's throw home. This is a good one. A dart and gets him at home plate. His best throw of the year.
Beautiful.
That was right on the money. Another run in those 6-1 Tigers.
The one, and this is one here. Roman Anthony charging this ball, getting on the 2 hops, and we know about the throw in the home. It's been a little bit off this year, no question about it. This one here, beautiful strong throw right on the money, and a short hop too. Just comes up, sets his feet, squares his shoulders, and a good throw to Narvaez to get him at the plate.
Something he's been working hard on after some wild throws. Here it is, 6-1 Detroit. And if the score holds for the Tigers, the last time they did what they're trying to do, which is allow 1 run or less in 7 out of 9 games, was 1999. That's how good their pitching has been. As of late, Connor Seabold coming out of the bullpen, he's been good. And then we'll get Story Abreu and Rafaela.
Trying to make it 8 wins out of 9 games. And one time the pitching really let themselves down, let the team down. They came back and put up 9. To win it 10-9 in a walk-off fashion right before they got here. So it's staff's been going out there giving up 1 run, no runs. They had 1 blow up, but they answered offensively. Winners of 8 of 9 now.
Story hitting 195, 2 homers, 17 runs batted in, 1 for 2 with a walk today. Sox have 1 run for the 3rd consecutive game. Remember, Red Sox won the first game of the series in 10 innings. After Suarez had the great start, 8 shutout innings, and they won that one 1-0. And the offense has pretty much been non-existent against a very, very talented starting rotation for Detroit. Swing and a miss on the fastball, and down goes Trevor Story. 1 away in the 9th. The official hospital of the Red Sox is Beth Israel Deaconess Medical Center, advancing medicine with breakthroughs in research, nationally ranked specialty care, and innovative treatments. You can learn more at bidmc.org. 1 down, 9th inning. Wilyer Abreu has gone 0 for 2 today with a walk. Wilyer in danger of seeing his batting average dip below 300. 303 at the moment. So he's had a chilly spell. And the 0-1 from the right-hander. Little nubber. That's going to be trouble. Lee will fire, and too late. That'll be a base hit. So Abreu is aboard with an infield single.
We take all of them sitting there, and 0 for 2 with a walk. Get that knock late. You know, baseball, we always talk about, you know, team game. It's really an individual sport, right? Go up there, get your hit. 0 for 2 with a walk, get your 1 for 3. And by you getting on base, now you go to the next guy. Rafael, all right, get your second at bat. Get your second hit of the day. He's 1 for 3. Go up there and get your hits, turn around. Next thing you know, you put a little rally together, get that tying run up.
Cedon 1 for 3 with a double. Not about a half hour. The Bruins will be underway in game 1 against the Sabres. Celtics won big today against Philly. 0-2. Patriots Day tomorrow at 11. And of course the marathon will be running at that time. On what will be a cool day in the city. Here comes the 0-2. Fouled off. Abreu, the base runner, with 1 out. We are in the bottom of the 9th. Got him to weave and miss. It was way outside the zone to strike him out. And 2 away.
Ten of the game now. Kind of felt like that wasn't in the cards here today when he went up against a guy like Framber Valdez, who really wasn't striking many people out.
No, he had a season high today, 7.
You get to 10 as a team.
Yeah, that's a death zone for the Red Sox. Caleb Durbin, a hitter, 0 for 3. Tigers with 12 hits. Red Sox only 5. And a 1-0 from Seabold. Runner going, and it's outside. And they will let Abreu pick up second. Masataka Yoshida, hopeful of getting an at bat, is on deck, but 2 down. Shot out to left. Green back. It's off the wall. They'll score a run. Abreu is in. Heading into second, Durbin. And the Red Sox on the board for the second time. That'll make it 6-2 on a run scoring double.
Well, we said everything matters at this point, and it matters to Caleb Durbin. Right, it's been a struggle early on. He's sitting there in 0 for 3, get a little RBI double. And just everything just sort of helps you sleep a little bit better. Right, you try to turn it into something here tomorrow. Still only down 4, but still you try to build some kind of momentum going into the next day.
So the Red Sox with a couple of hits in the inning. It's the first time since the first inning the Red Sox have had more than 1 hit in an inning. They're now trying to make it 3 with Masataka Yoshida to get in. He has a 6-game hitting streak with 2 away here.
Yeah, 9 for 20.
And you go back to Friday. Red Sox with a walk-off.
Oh, this is a beautiful one, wasn't it? A little chopper infield drawn in. Too high. Torkelson to get at first base. Scored Duran and got this series off running here this weekend with a 1-0 victory.
Great smile on Friday. In for strike 1. No doubt about it. Moss has been a bright spot, hitting .310. He's yet to homer this year. He has Durbin at second. 6-2. Nothing at 2.
We lefties have had a couple days off. You know, Meyer will probably be in there tomorrow, but Yoshida's been swinging it well. Can give these guys 3 days off. They're both going to get in there. If that's the case, you got to pull somebody out that's currently starting here today.
It's a puzzle, man. Here comes the 0-2. With 2 away in the 9th. And a ground ball served to Torres at second. That will do it. Red Sox lose again. They wind up with only 2 runs. Garrett Crochet still very much a question, as it turns out, as he gets knocked around. Different than the Minnesota game, but still troubling. And Crochet, only 5 innings today, gives up 5 runs.
Yeah, and for 4 2/3, you're liking what you were seeing. Then all of a sudden, with 2 outs in the 5th, things just really exploded, and you're just sort of left wondering again. But starting pitching puts you in a hole. But really, again, the offense struggles, really light, not really much put together, and it just continues to be a little bit of everything. Not really one thing in particular.
Meanwhile, the Red Sox fall to 8-13. They are tied for last in the division. Stay tuned for WB Mason Extra Innings Live. TC, Will, and Manny break down the key moments in the game. Plus, you'll hear from the manager, Alex Cora, and Garrett Crochet. That and more after the break.